Today we're going to be talking about the notes in the open position of the guitar. And what I mean by that is the notes found in the first 4 frets of all of the strings. Now, hopefully you guys' memory is serving you well and you remember your note circle and you remember all of the notes in the note circle. So what I'm going to be looking at now is I'm just going to show you a quick little exercise that I want you to do where you're naming the names of the notes on each string in the first 4 frets. Then I'm going to show you a little game where we can work out what the notes are in all of the chords that we've played so far. Now, I'm not going into the theory of that now. It's just a really good exercise to get you counting your tones and semitones, and also might give you a little bit of insight into what notes you're playing when you're playing some chords. It's a very good thing to do, good for the head. So here we go, going to a close-up now. We're looking at here, first of all, at the open E string, which is this one. We know that that's the note E. So we know that the note in the first fret is F. Next one will be F sharp or G flat, G, and G sharp or A flat. On the next string we have B, C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp or E flat. Open third string is G, first fret G sharp or A flat, second fret A, third fret A sharp or B flat, fourth fret the note B. Open fourth string is the note D. First fret D sharp or E flat, second fret is the note E, third fret is the note F, fourth fret is the note F sharp or G flat. Open fifth string is the note A. Then we've got the first fret is A sharp or B flat, second fret is the note B, third fret is the note C, fourth fret is the note C sharp or D flat. Lastly, we've got the thick E string, which is of course the same as the thin E string. Open is E, first fret is F, second fret is F sharp, third fret is G, fourth fret is G sharp. So that's just showing you all of the notes in the open position. It's worth having a little bit of a look at the chart on the website, and just if you're interested in seeing how those notes relate back to some sheet music as well. It can be kind of interesting for those of you who have some experience reading note music, but I don't really recommend reading of dots as a regular beginner, only if you kind of more advanced students wanting to play jazz and film music and stuff like that. So the little exercise I want you to do now, and you can do this with every single chord that you've learnt so far. I want you to pick a chord, any one. I'm going to start with the chord G. So put your G chord down, and then you're going to name every note that you're playing in the G chord. So if we start here looking at the 6th string, we can see that this is the E string, open. First fret would be the note F, second fret would be the note F sharp, third fret would be the note G. So you can write down, okay, in a G chord, the thickest string is the note G. Then we look at the next string and we go, well, that was an A, one up, that's a A sharp, another one up, oh, that's a B. So far we've got G and B. We look at the next string, that's open, so that's going to be a D. We look at the next string, that's open third string, that's going to be a G. We look at the next string, that's open as well, that's going to be B. And then we look at the final note, well, it's going to be the same as the outside one, which was the note G. So interestingly, if you look at the notes now that you've got for your G chord, you've got G, B, D, G, B, G. Strange that our G chord actually only appears to be made up of 3 notes that keep repeating, and that's the notes G, B, and D. Very interesting, and something that you'll find happens nearly all the time. It's a thing called a triad, a 3-note chord, but we don't have time to cover that one right now, but I'm just trying to sow the seeds of interest in a little bit of music theory. But this will happen no matter what chords you play. You'll discover there are certain notes that get played, and most of the time you'll just have 3 or 4 notes with a couple of repeats. So if we look at, say, C chord, we have nothing on the thicker string because we're not going to play that one. The next note we would have, this is a note C. It was originally the A string, A sharp, B, C. The next note, this note's a note E because it went D, D sharp, E. We've got an open G string. We've got here the first fret, that was the B string, up 1 fret makes the note C, and an open E string. So we end up with the notes C, E, G, C, E. Strangely, we've got C, E, G, C, E. So it's actually still just made up of the notes C, E, and G, and they repeat themselves. So part of a little exercise I want you to do now is just go through, pick a chord, any chord, everyone's a winner, and work out what the notes are in that chord. Maybe write them down, but you don't have to keep them. I'm not trying to specifically get you to do it. I just want you to get a bit of experience in counting the notes up so you can work out any note that you're playing in that open position. Very, very useful skill. It's going to become more and more useful the more you play guitar. So, hope you have a little bit of fun with that. Now let's get to checking out some more playing stuff.